like this get your juices flowing, especially the matchup you could have with that cornerback?
Who?
The cornerback. The other.
Yeah. I'm not more so worried about any matchup in particular. I've kind of had my fair share of matchups throughout my career, especially last year with some good corners, and we you realize it's a team game. Like rarely is the whole game to be one-on-one matchup. So I got to do my part, obviously, win my one-on-ones when I get the opportunity. But I'm not really so worried about the matchup. But this way, come to Ohio State play in this big of a game, prime time game with 7:30 kickoff, top 10 teams going at it. So on the road, I like playing on the road. So I mean, it should be fun.
What is it about road games? Big game for Common Core starting, but you played with him in high school.
Yeah.
What was he like preparing for those in high school and state title?
He's the same every game. I mean, obviously he knows the magnitude of this game, but he's very calm and collected. He's not going to let the pressure get to him. Like I said, he's preparing. He prepares harder than anybody else. He's definitely going to be mentally prepared, and obviously he has the ability, so he just has to go out there and trust himself.
What was like the first time you realized he's that calm and cool and collected? Like way back in high school, maybe. Like, was there a time you remember?
Yeah, I think probably our sophomore year, we had some big games early on. I'm trying to figure out who. I think we played St. Francis Academy out of Maryland, our very first game when he was a sophomore starting. They were probably ranked one of the top 5 teams in the country at the time. So, I mean, this is no different now. I just kind of realized that he came out there with poise, and he trusted in himself to make the plays.
Marvin, what is it about the road games that you like? You said you like road games. What is it about road games you like?
I like being on the road for some reason. I love Buckeye Nation and playing in front of Buckeye Nation, but I just prefer being on the road sometimes.
How do you handle the stage? How do you stay chill or whatever it is that you don't hyperventilate?
Yeah, we've kind of been there before. Obviously, we played Notre Dame last year, and I've had some big games on my belt. Penn State, TN North, Georgia. So I've kind of been in that situation before. The Rose Bowl, I had my first start. I was probably more nervous for that game than ever. So I feel confident in myself. I trust the coaches and the game plan that we got going in, and it should be fun.
Jay's talked about the fact that like when you guys go on the road, this is kind of what you're talking about. That it's just you guys. There's like less distractions. Is that one of the reasons you really like road games more?
No, I don't know. I just kind of like the villain mentality kind of you have when you're going on the road. I just really enjoy. So yeah.
Marvin, how do you feel like you guys have done as an offense so far, just in maybe moving you around, keeping the defense off balance, not knowing exactly where you're going to line up, and how much do you think that matters against in a game like this?
I think we've done a good job. Obviously, we've kept some things, for some of the bigger games. So I think moving me around definitely helps. The whole offense. It's hard to game plan for. If you want to play man, usually you want to have their best corners on me. But if I'm in a slot or no motion across the field, it kind of changes the matchups a little bit. And then not even just me. Sometimes we get Mecca into out wide because obviously he's a great outside receiver as well. So I think it's just a combination of everything.
Marv, Fox said on the broadcast last weekend that you were playing with a sprained ankle for most of last season. Is that true? And how did you play through it?
Yeah, I think I sprained my ankle week 2. I think against who we played with, Arkansas State. One of my long passes, and I kind of got rolled up on. And I don't know. I think just the adrenaline kept me going throughout the game, and then throughout the year, just had to manage it a little bit. I was very limited. And I was only really able to cut off one foot throughout the whole year. So just didn't really have much strength or mobility in the ankle. So it's really hard, but I just managed it.
Do you feel like now that you can get to a whole nother level being fully healthy?
Yeah, obviously I'm not fully healthy, but yeah, it definitely helps having both ankles mobility to use.
You did all that last year, and you were on one foot?
I mean, I wasn't completely on one foot, but it was definitely, I felt it each game that I know I couldn't really plant off that one leg that how I really wanted to.
And you do, no one's ever fully healthy in a football.
Yeah, exactly.
But right now, compared to last year, how much better do you feel generally, specifically with that?
Yeah, I feel good with my ankle. I definitely have confidence in both legs now to be able to decelerate and accelerate on both legs. So excited about that.
You were saying, in the preseason, weren't we talking about you wanted to be better, yards after the catch and that kind of thing?
Yeah.
You tell us you were on half a foot, man. That's.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
How did you what did you do to adjust to that last year? I think you had to do in your game to play differently.
Yeah. I think if you really watch the film, I can switch my feet a little bit, on the route, or just being mindful of it. Change my depth a little bit, but still being within the offense. But work some ways around it.
Marvin, where do you feel like the offense is here after 3 games? Obviously, you guys put a lot together last week against Western Kentucky. Just how do you feel about the evolution of this offense heading into a game this big?
Yeah, I think we got a lot of confidence from last week. Obviously, you had to build to get to that point. Week 3 kind of took us a slow start. I think definitely switching quarterbacks. I think a lot can play into it, but obviously both quarterbacks played great. But just going forward, with Kyle, I think he got more confidence in himself now. He allowed him to play freely and just kind of bring the whole offense together.
You mentioned not really being focused on one particular matchup in the secondary, but what stands out to you about Notre Dame's secondary? Is there anything that they do wrong? What have you noticed?
I mean, yeah, they're well coached. Obviously very skilled. I think Benjamin Morrison's his name, I believe. I think freshman All-American last year. So obviously, I know he's a very talented player. Plays particularly to the boundary where I'm usually at. So that should be a good matchup.
Marvin, are you surprised that people didn't realize how fast you are?
I mean, I don't know. I will say I wasn't one of the faster guys coming out of high school, so a lot of people just look at high school. Okay, he wasn't very fast in high school, so how much faster can he really get once he gets to college? But I put a lot of work in. I always knew I was pretty fast.
Is it nice to be able to finally showcase that, because you're starting to, obviously you can kind of do it all, but becoming that take it off the top of the defense, deep threat there.
Yeah, I love that. I love that part of the game. I love going deep and catching the deep ball. Obviously, last year we did a little bit of it, not too much, but this year, kind of, in the same role, but just allowed me to do different things. I definitely like taking the top off the defense.
Being healthier, do you feel like you have that extra gear in terms of speed?
Say that again?
With being healthier this year, do you feel like you have that extra gear in terms of speed?
I wouldn't say last year prevented me too much from that. It was more sort of cutting and decelerating that was really struggling for me with the ankle. But, this year I think I definitely have the full arsenal. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.